So we should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh God, I hate this, Naomi. You know that. Can I put lipstick on?
If you want to.
That will help.
All right, I'm going to start. Okay, you ready? So you are Justine Clark, one of the co-founders and driving force really behind Parlour.
And you, Professor Naomi Stead, also a co-founder of Parlour and now head of architecture at Monash.
And what are we doing here today, Justine?
Well, we are having a chat about a new event series that we are interested in running in this pandemic environment that we find ourselves in. Parlour's tagline is a space to speak. We started online and now we want to find other ways to facilitate spaces for conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Also, it seems to me that Parlour already has a pretty well-established and fantastic community of people. So actually, it feels to me like there's really a kind of urgent need for mutual peer-to-peer support right now. And I'm particularly concerned about students, of course.
Yep.
But I'm also concerned about recent graduates and thinking about the people who've been retrenched, who will now be thinking about, what the heck am I going to do with myself? How am I going to find another job after? What is coming? Certainly through the current stage, we're all pretty much stuck no matter what happens. But so we've been thinking of calling this series The Light at the End of the Tunnel.
We have. There is a future to be looking towards, and we imagine it's not going to be quite the same as the world that we entered the tunnel from, but we also have a role in making that place, and part of the Parlour community, I think, has a role in making the space that we are heading towards.
Yeah, absolutely. Also thinking about this in terms of a longer context or history of other downturns, or let's say recessions, and how architects have managed to deal with things in the past and more innovative ways of practicing the reinvention of alternative modes of practice, and surely that will be the same again.
Yeah.
So and maybe this can be a kind of seedbed that helps people to think through ideas or form new connections that enables that. So we've talked a little bit about why we want to do this series. What is it going to be?
Look, there's a lot of kind of quite formal presentations happening online, webinars, etc. I don't think we need to do that. I think what we should be doing is looking at one of our core strengths, which is this kind of making space for conversation. And so I imagine at this stage that it might work as a kind of Q&A format, quite an interactive, casual, conversational kind of model rather than a formal presentation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and as per this video, I think we're thinking it will be fairly lo-fi. The thing is about the Parlour events has always been that it's a very friendly audience. You're not going to get shot. Nobody's going to get shot down. There's always going to be a sympathetic group of people who understand what you're going through and can maybe help you. I guess that's what we're working with and trying to bring online in a way that we've never had before. That's what I'm hoping for, mutual support.
Yeah.
Solidarity, camaraderie.
Yeah. And look, I do think the conversations I've been having recently, people are finding silver linings. Certainly within architectural practices, all of those arguments that we've been making for years and years now around flexible work and the necessity of that in relation to gender equity, these things are kind of now have just been catapulted forward.
Exactly. In fact, of course, Parlour has a kind of mandate and certainly was begun as an organisation to specifically advance gender equity. More broadly, it's become about working conditions and expanding definitions of what an architect might be and do. And of course, it's always been about every person who identifies as being part of the architecture community. Yeah, I just wanted to say, everyone's welcome.
Yeah, everyone's welcome. Oh, absolutely, everyone's welcome. And I think it would be great to know what people would like, what topic areas people would like to discuss, even like when. Like, is this an evening thing? Is this a lunch thing?
It would be useful to hear from people about when it's good.
So my thinking is that we set up one or two and we go from there. And I think if people are interested, have particular topics they're interested in and are interested in taking the lead on organising those too, that would be great.
So I suppose we should also say that this is proposed to be a partnership between Parlour and Monash University Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture.
Yep, it's a kind of opportunity to pull in, I think, a range of partners, but this being particularly driven by Monash. So.
Great. All right, I think we are done. I think that's perfect.
Great. Okay.